The submarine's crew couldn't stop it alone. Neither could the shipyard fire department. And so the fire kept burning, less than a few hundred feet from the nuclear reactor on board and within 60 miles of Boston. The USS Miami was docked for repairs with no torpedoes or weapons on board.
There's still nuclear fuel on board in the reactor, but the reactor is in a complete shutdown condition.
Subs like this are divided into two watertight compartments. The fire started in the forward area, where most of the crew lives, and that part had to be evacuated. The after compartment houses the nuclear reactor and propulsion team.
They did not need to evacuate the ship. Were able to maintain their watch stations in the propulsion plant.
Imagine working in a 3-story building that's only 30 feet wide. No windows, 80% of it crammed full of machinery. Now imagine fighting a fire in those conditions.
The temperature is very high, caustic fumes, smoke-filled compartment. Heroes respond to those kinds of situations to save the ship.
There was a skeleton crew on board, but experts say if the fire ignited out at sea, a full crew could have put it out faster. And if the fire started in the nuclear reactor area, the real danger would come from radiation exposure, not an explosion.
These submarine reactors have very high enrichment levels, nearly to bomb grade, but not to bomb grade, and so close really doesn't count, even though they have highly enriched cores, much higher than, say, Iran is enriching. They are not quite to bomb level, and so you're not going to get a detonation.
Under normal conditions, crew members on a sub are exposed to less radiation than we are just walking around in the sun. They all have portable radiation detectors, though, and those are checked periodically to make sure they aren't receiving too much radiation. I spoke with a former sub commander who says he's never heard of a fire burning on a sub at sea as long as this one did, 12 hours, and he said flat out the crew wouldn't last that long. Chris Lawrence, CNN, The Pentagon.